Hola amigos, soy yo, maestra Coconubo, y vamos a repasar un poco lo que hablamos de en la clase de hoy. Hoy vimos algo que se llama present tense, el presente, and we broke it down into little parts and then looked at how it all works together, okay? For this week, you have a quiz. I'd like you to know the verbs, okay? So I went and just did my own list of regular verbs, okay? You can kind of see the totals for AR, ER, and IR verbs, and then we'll put you to practice, right? So let's just see how far we can get in this short video that recaps what we did in class. It will be in English because it is grammar, okay? So don't worry. All right, so we looked at the present tense, el tiempo presente, and we broke it down into 4 parts. There are 4 times in which you will be using the present tense. We talked about things that have just happened, okay? So you'll be using this verb acabar de, and an example we gave was, I've just watched the new movie, okay? So you'll conjugate the verb acabar to acabo de ver la película nueva. Acabar is super helpful, especially because we won't be looking at the past tense quite yet, and this way you can just say I finish, acabo, right? Acabo is I finish. And if you've just finished the work, you might say acabo de trabajar, or I just finished, acabo de terminar. These are all really helpful. The second option you have is the present tense, as you may have seen it last year. So we broke it down into a subsection of types of verbs. In Spanish, there are 3 types of verbs, okay? AR, ER, and IR verbs. So we conjugated AR verb with the endings ER and IR verbs. This may be really familiar, and you want to just think of it as like what you do. Okay, what action is the thing that's happening. I listen, I speak, I sing, right? Are all examples of the present tense. There's a third category, which is titled the present progressive, and this is what you're doing. Okay, so this is where we broke it down into a formation. This formation needs 2 parts. First, you'll need the form of estar. Okay, so estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. Once you have that, then you go on to the gerund. And in English, this is that word that ends in ing. Okay, so speaking, hablando. You drop the AR and add the ANDO. Eating, comiendo. You drop the ER and then add the IENDO ending. Comiendo. I am living, drop the IR and add the ENDO. Viviendo. So you could say, I am speaking Spanish. Yo estoy hablando español. I am drinking my water. Estoy bebiendo mi agua. And I am living in Dover. Estoy viviendo en Dover. The fourth and final category for the present tense is the immediate future. Okay, this is the I am going to, okay? And we talked about how this particular formation needs 3 steps. First step, a form of the verb to go, or ir. This is an irregular verb in the present tense, and the forms are voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. Then you need the preposition to. And finally, the infinitive form, or the unconjugated verb. Okay? So these are those ER, AR, and IR verbs that you may have seen. So let's practice. We have I'm going to see, voy a ver. I'm going to play, voy a jugar. I'm going to listen, voy a escuchar. I'm going to taste it, voy a probar. I'm going to finish my homework, voy a acabar mi tarea. I'm going to live in Hawaii one day, voy a vivir en Hawaii un día. So this is just an example of how the present tense is not as simple as people present it. And again, if you're looking to master something, you really have to see the whole thing. The second part we talked about was the useful infinitive patterns that exist. You don't need to know everything about Spanish, but you do need to know that there are power verbs. These power verbs are like the Cristiano Ronaldo forms of verbs, okay? They can be paired up with another verb and create a very awesome sentence, okay? So, for example, I wish to play can be yo deseo jugar. It's a combination of verbs. And we know that infinitive patterns, okay, we've seen these with like the verb gustar. I like to play. Me gusta jugar. And we talk a lot about how in Spanish there may be those compound verb sentences. When you have me gusta, you conjugate the first verb and then you leave the second verb that's directly after it in its infinitive form. We talked a little bit about how verbs are really like elements, okay, or yes, elements on a periodic table, right? They're just the pure and they're the original form that's not paired up with a person yet. Okay, so that's why these formations or patterns can be so helpful, because you don't necessarily need to know everything about grammar. It's just about realizing that these preferred verbs here are irregular. They're very popular, they're used frequently, and then they can be paired up with other verbs to create really powerful sentences. Number 2, querer, to want or to wish. I want, you might say, I want to eat. Yo quiero comer, right? And they can be paired up with anything after that. Yo quiero escuchar. I want to listen. Yo quiero tocar el violín. I want to play the violin. No, it can really be a good stepping stone from simple present tense to now a little bit more of a level 2 sentence. Preferir, to prefer. So you might say, I prefer singing. Yo prefiero cantar. So notice how the gerund isn't used, but rather that formation, that pattern, right? One verb, second verb. I prefer singing. Yo prefiero cantar en el baño. For poder. Poder is to be able to. You notice that some of these verbs are double underlined. The vowels are double underlined because they're irregular, right? They have an irregular stem change. So I can, for example, buy something, right? Yo puedo comprar. Yo puedo comprar el BMW. Okay? It's a both stem changing verb, right? So you don't want to forget that, but then it's once you have it down, you use it to go to the bathroom, right? Puedo ir al baño. There's that formation, pattern. And lastly, tener, right? To have. Okay, so by itself, it's to possess something. Yo tengo un perro. Yo tengo un carro. Yo tengo una hermana. And then you have, I have to do something, right? So the tener has sort of even more to know, right? But for now, we'll just stick to the basics. Yo tengo que estudiar mis verbos. I must study my verbs, or I have to study my verbs. We went ahead and then just looked at specifically 3 of the types of verbs, and then looked at cocinar, right? And we really talked about how cocinar not only is regular, preparar is regular verbs, but then that there's a difference between the tu and the usted. Okay, so we talked about how the tu is that informal subject pronoun you can use with your friends. You might say, hey, do you cook, friend? Amigo, cocinas? Okay, and then you'll respond with the yo form, si cocino or no cocino. You might hear him say or her or they say that, okay? And then you have preparo, like you might ask the teacher, Miss C, do you prepare dinner every night? Usted prepara la cena todas las noches. And I might say, no preparo las cenas todas las noches. Okay, so really realizing that the endings tell you who is doing the action is really important. So pay attention to how verbs end. That will tell you who is doing the action. It won't always be very clear. It might not always say yo. Okay, so be aware. Comer, ER verb. Como, comes, come, comemos, comes, comen. Make sure your accents are appropriately placed over the vowel that it belongs with. Okay. Cumplir is another one of those verbs, IR verbs, regular verb. Cumplo, cumples, cumple, cumplimos, cumplís, cumplen. And you'll see, okay, there are two ways of asking someone how to, asking someone their birthday. You can say, ¿Cuántos años tienes? This was very much reviewed in level 1. And now I'm going to push you to use, how many years are you going to be? Okay, so this is ¿Cuántos años cumples? Right? And then you can always say, right, the present tense, cumplo 16 años. I will be 16 years old. If you are looking to become really good at Spanish, realize that sometimes we use the present tense to talk about future events. Okay, so ¿Cuántos años cumples? How old are you going to be? Cumplo 41 años en enero. Let me know if you know when I'll be turning 41, okay? So I hope you learned a little bit of something. I hope that you were able to recap today's lesson. And don't forget the objective, know your verbs. So I wrote those down. You have them in the verb wheels that I gave you guys. Make sure you complete that assignment on Google Classroom, and we'll see you in class. Nos vemos en clase. Hasta la próxima. Adiós.